Good evening, 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 good evening. And welcome to Game Night on Saturday the 21st of March. We are an hour late and I apologise for that, but hopefully I gave you enough notice that we were going to be an hour late. And for our friends in America and Canada, it's probably normal time for you. Here's a message from our sponsor, G-Isons.
Professor Langdon is wanting his doohickey back. I see we've found it. We
have indeed, because it is time for Cryptex. G-Isons, thank you very much for that 63-month subscription. Most grateful to you. How you all doing? Again, apologies for the late start this evening. I had a concert over in Brighton, piano duet recital with Anya. It went very well. It was reasonably well attended. We were both happy with how we played. We've got a really good program that we've put together, which has got a oh, am I an hour late? Oh, so you're actually 2 hours out of sync. So it's a late night game night. What can you do? But no, we got a really lovely program of a Dvorak legend, the Peer Gynt Suite, which you might know in the Horde of the Mountain King, Morning Mood. And we did the Schubert F minor Fantasia and the Night on the Bear Mountain, St. John's Night on the Bear Mountain by Mussorgsky. It's a really great program. We've done it twice now. We did it in Bosom last month. We did it in Brighton tonight. We were invited to go and do it in Bordeaux at an arts festival next year after tonight's concert. So it's good for nothing else. Might have to get a working holiday next year. Do not call it Bosham, Lewis, or you'll be chased away with pitchforks and torches. So that's why I'm late. I've raced back. And it's also why I've shaved, incidentally. So, we're all good. So, but yes, now, just an update for the group. There were a handful of people came along yesterday, and you may have caught that I did an extra bonus stream. You may have caught the VOD on that. Thursday left me in a pretty low place, I'm not going to lie, after the crash for the second time in 2 streams and the third time with the new system. It's a bit gutting when you drop that level of money to hopefully get rid of the problems, and it doesn't get rid of the problems. We did a bandwidth test stream yesterday with my colleague Graham. And then we did an actual stream where we played an old pack of Risky Business. And everything seemed to go fine, and Graham was live with me. Graham is also live with me tonight, but he's sort of on mute, but he is monitoring all of my PC levels. I've got hardware monitor and task manager open, and Graham's keeping an eye on that. He's also in the chat, or possibly Graham or family member is possibly in chat playing along, but Graham's mainly looking at levels. At the moment, the GPU is sitting around 43%, which is to be expected considering I'm streaming and recording and screen sharing, and I've got Cryptex open, which is obviously a 3D environment, so there's quite a lot going on. But I have made some, as I mentioned in my announcement earlier on in the Discord, which you should totally come and join if you're not there already. I made some changes to the software, so the operator has been reduced by like 25%. I've taken the stream buffer for everything down to 75%. I've done this with all of the software. Note the new QR code as well in Cryptex, just there. So we're optimistic that the system looks fine. Graham is going to be monitoring it throughout, and we hope that this is going to lead to a slightly more stable environment with me having made some software changes, and we've got a PC expert on hand. If we still have the crashes, then it's obviously something else amiss, but so I am very concerned about it. I am probably more frustrated about it than you. So again, I apologise for the crash on the last couple of streams. Massive apologies to Sam for cutting short his Apex pack as well. That wasn't a crash. That was entirely on me. It was a bug which I have now fixed. So I do want to resolve them. I want to get back into a position where I'm confident in streaming and you're confident that the system is going to, stay standing. So it is not something I am just ignoring, and I'm hoping that we will have some resolution. So as ever, I thank you for your patience and for your time spent with me on Thursday and Saturday evenings. It's genuinely wonderful to have you all here. I've literally just come off the concert stage in the last hour, so I haven't had time to change. I didn't wear a tie tonight, but I went for the 3-piece. But we got the 3-piece Ted Baker on, which is nice. So looking forward to a bit of decompression, and a bit of quiz. Starting with Cryptex. This pack has been written by Stimpson's Angle. It's been proofed by JR, and there's a lot to like about it. I had a quick look at this pack. There's some really, really good theming throughout this. We've got 8 puzzles in this game of Cryptex. No half-time game tonight, but later on we've got Risky Business as written by Arun and proofed by the newest member of the proofing team, Jack Wilfred. Very grateful to both of those, and we'll get to see a bit more of that later on. Depending on the time, I mean, we're already a late start, so it wouldn't hold your breath, but we may try and squeeze in a game of The Drain at the end, just because I want to see what's going on with that. Let me say hello to you all, because there's a lot of you here. Good evening, Stimpson, JR, SJ, Lewis, Nando, Lupine, Sam, Stilgar, Fetz, Fluffy, Matt, Conrad, G. Isers, Toot, Prugs, David, Woollyback, CJ, Pyro, Bungle, Oni, ABME, Clive, Vertigo, Graham, Jack, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You're all most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us for what promises to be a wonderful evening of quiz. So, our first game tonight is Cryptex. Like I said, there are 8 puzzles in here. Quick reminder, there is the universal controller and the room code is right there. Reminder that we shouldn't be Googling or otherwise looking up our answers tonight. Just use your brain, because it's free quiz on the internet, and if you want to look up answers, you do that in your own time. Of course, you can suggest the raid message for tonight's stream. If something amusing happens, that will become the raid message and the episode title, and you'll get some bonus pennies. I didn't announce it, but I did pick a raid message winner from the other day, which was, because I crashed before I could actually pick it, but the episode title on Thursday's stream was 5 a day for large values of 5 to Ardent Fets, and you got the 250 pennies. There were a few constellation pennies that went out as well. I also added on the medals for Apex. Unfortunately, the pennies didn't persist, but I did what I could to salvage what was left of Thursday's stream. It is available to view on the VOD, where you can go and check things out and catch up on any episodes of Game Night that you have missed. Right, I think I've just about got through all the continuity that I needed to. There's 24 of you in the lobby, and I'm very much looking forward to the 25 of you I spoke to soon in the lobby for Cryptex. Of course, you can come and join in between, but you can't join in the middle of a puzzle. Okay, your controller may very well crash if you join in the middle of a puzzle, so join when the room code is displayed, and you'll be able to come and play Cryptex as well. So, I've had a lovely concert this evening. I did a park run this morning as well. I've driven to Brighton and back, and we've still got time for some quiz. Shall we get on with the quiz? I definitely think we should get on with the quiz. Good luck to you all. This is a game of Cryptex. It's been written by Stimpson, proofed by JR. Let's lock the lobby and begin the game. Okay, quick reminder of how to play in each puzzle. The objective is to crack the Cryptex by taking the indicated letter of each clue and populating it into that position of the Cryptex solution. The universal controller will do most of the heavy lifting for you, and it will populate across the diagonal. Word of warning, if you solve all 8 or 9 clues, however many there are, crack the Cryptex, so crack with a K. Even if you've got all of the letters displayed in orange or yellow, whatever it is on the diagonal, you've still got to type it in to be given the points, and you will get 10 points for cracking the Cryptex at any time. Clues are delivered in that format, as you can see on the screen. So first of all, the ordinal letter that you need to take from the current clue, then the clue itself, and then the number of letters in the clue at the end. Spelling does count in this game, so double check before you submit. With that number at the end, that's the number of letters, the crossword clue. Spelling must be exact, so do bear that in mind. Right, on to our first round, which is Decryption. I believe we've got 3 puzzles in Decryption this week. Might be 3, might be 2. We'll find out in due course. 5 points for each clue that you solve. You get a penalty of 1 point if you give me an incorrect answer, or if you repeat an answer that's already been given to you on your device. There are no repeated words in each Cryptex. Solve clues at any time, even if they are not the current clue, and crack the Cryptex at any time before the end of the puzzle for a bonus 10 points. So the more clues you get, the easier the Cryptex becomes, because of course the letters get populated in, and when you solve the Cryptex you get all of those letters populated for you, so it will make the other clues a little bit easier as well, in theory. So yes, that's about the long and short of the game tonight. I think we should play. I'm already late enough. Oh, and here's a message. No, it's a follow. Minnow6711. Thank you very much for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Let's begin the game. Here is our first puzzle tonight. There's my wine. There's my wine. Okay, Cryptex category. Can't speak. Cryptex category is a person with 7 letters, and our first clue. You want the 4th letter of this. Country from which the Q8 brand of petrol stations originates. Country from which the Q8 brand of petrol stations originates. 6 letters, you want the 4th. Next, 2008 Baz Luhrmann film starring Nicole Kidman and Hugh Jackman. At 9 letters, you want the 5th. Room code is there, Clive. Unfortunately, you won't be able to get back in until the end of this puzzle. Just because of how the payloads are delivered. Apologies for that. Next, country where Casablanca, the 1942 film, is set. 7 letters, you want the 6th. Next, Formula 1 Grand Prix raced over the shortest distance. 6 letters, you want the 1st. There is our first cracking of the Cryptex, and our second, as you can hear by the bell that goes off in the background, indicates that somebody has cracked the Cryptex. 4 players now have cracked the Cryptex. Very well done. It's time to erect some sort of effigy. Good plan, Clive. Next, former pseudonym of English model Katie Price. 6 letters, you want the 2nd. Ha! That can happen sometimes, Proogs. That can happen. Steady trickle of souls coming in for 10 points. Let's have another clue. Fictional city that serves as the setting for Disney's Aladdin, 1992. 7 letters. You want the 7th. What's your spelling here? And your final clue of this puzzle. Fashionable species of goose with a black head and white cheeks. 6 letters, you want the 3rd. Last opportunity to crack the Cryptex PC to computers, aka Graham. Typing in the universal controller, not in the chat. No spoilers in the chat, remember? Last opportunity to crack the Cryptex here. The solution was... Don't worry about it, mate. You got lots of things to think about. Monarch is what we were after. Monarch was the solution to the Cryptex. And to our clues, Formula 1 Grand Prix raced over the shortest distances. Monaco, from where we got the M. Former pseudonym of English model Katie Price is Jordan, from where we got the O. Fashionable species of goose with a black head and white cheeks is Canada, from where we got the N. Country from which the Q8 brand of petrol stations originates is Kuwait, from where we got the A. 2008 Baz Luhrmann film starring Nicole Kidman and Hugh Jackman is Australia, from where we got the R. Country where Casablanca is set is Morocco, from where we got the C. And the fictional city that serves as the setting for Disney's Aladdin is Agrabah, from where we got the H. The location of the film was changed from Baghdad to Agrabah due to the Gulf War. And Monaco is exempt from the rule that all Grand Prix must cover at least 305 kilometres. And you may have noted that all of the answers were countries that have a monarch or sultan. So there was an extra clue embedded in, and that may be the theme of the day tonight. So keep your eye out for these Cryptex clues. They may serve as an extra meta clue. Yes, Q8 is Q8. So gold if you managed to crack the Cryptex. Well done there to Flyboy, Apodo, ABME, Fetzer, Frunsry, Conrad, Fluffy Vertigo, Woollyback, Riff, Nando, Matt, Ralph, and Oni. And double well done to Oni for going green and getting a perfect round there with a 45 points. So that was our first puzzle. Effrontery as well. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. Good. Now's your opportunity to come and join if you didn't get in on the first game or you need to do a refresh. There's 46 people watching, but we've got 26 players in the game, which means we've got some spectators here. Welcome to you if you are just spectating and watching along from home. Let's have another puzzle in this decryption round. Okay, for puzzle number 2, we're looking for a phenomenon with 7 letters. First clue for you, Popeye's superfood. With 7 letters, you want the 4th. One player wasting absolutely no time in cracking the Cryptex. Very well played. Next, fruit that can be blown. 9 letters, you want the first. Another solve. Forgive me for eating, but I haven't eaten since lunchtime, so I've got a bit of risotto here, which I'm going to chow down on intermittently between puzzles. Our next clue. Birds predicted by Vera Lynn to be over the White Cliffs of Dover. 9 letters, you want the 5th. A bit of pork risotto. Delicious. Forgive me, I don't like eating on stream, but needs must. Next, ship that brought the pilgrims to Cape Cod. 9 letters, you want the 7th. Mind you, if I'm going to eat during the game, Cryptex is a pretty good one for it. It's quite steady. Next clue, India's largest low-cost airline. 6 letters, you want the 6th. Penultimate clue, cereal crop first domesticated in southern Mexico with 5 letters. 5 letters, you want 3rd. And your final clue, small, sweet and easy to peel orange. 9 letters, you want the 2nd. We are looking for a phenomenon in the Cryptex. And there may be secret clues hidden within the clues themselves. Phenomenon. Our last chance to crack the Cryptex or solve any other clues that you may have missed. Solution to our phenomenon. It was a rainbow. To our clues, fruit that can be blown is a raspberry from where we got the R, and that's red. Small, sweet and easy to peel orange is a tangerine from where we got the A, and that's orange. Cereal crop first domesticated in southern Mexico is maize from where we got the I, and that's yellow. Popeye's superfood is spinach from where we got the N, and that's green. Birds predicted by Vera Lynn to be over the White Cliffs of Dover are bluebirds from where we got the B, and they are indeed blue. India's largest low-cost airline is Indigo from where we got the O, which is indigo. And the ship that brought the pilgrims to Cape Cod is the Mayflower from where we got the W. And that is violent. Violent or violet? Purplish, anyway. Is Mayflower a shade of purple, possibly? It's been in the first appearance, incidentally. Popeye gained his strength from rubbing the head of a hen. Incidentally, the indigo is pronounced indigo rather than indigo. But you have indeed got a rainbow within the clues: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet to make up the rainbow phenomenon. Gold to the players who cracked the Cryptex. Very well done to you. And 4 players with a perfect game there: Apodo, Fluffy, Woollyback, and Ralph. All picking up 45. Mayflower was a stretch of some violet ones, apparently. Yeah, well, I'd... Oh, yeah, you wrote it, Stimson, so you can cast comment on it all you like. But there you get some violet Mayflowers, I think. I think that's fairly That's perfectly fine. Oh, it's JR who suggested that one. Nice. Well, very well done. If you did get some points out of that, I can't remember if we've got another puzzle in this round. Shall we find out? We have. So, one final puzzle in round 3. And we are looking for a device. We've got a chunkier Cryptex here, 12 letters in our device. So we're going to have shorter time on each clue. Starting with this. Most abundant metal in the Earth's crust. UK spelling. 9 letters. Next. Leader of a group of monks. 5 letters. You want the 5th. Next clue. What Benedict the 16th did in 2013. 9 letters. You want the 4th. Same player has solved the Cryptex first each round, so each puzzle so far. Very well done to them. Next, give a name of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's eldest child. 6 letters, you want the 6th. Old. Very old. 7 letters, you want the 1st. Thanks, Joe. Ah, I sent a picture of a Mayflower. It is indeed violet. Next, relating to the belly. 9 letters, you want the 8th. Graham, that would fit with 7 letters for old, very old, wouldn't it? Oh no, it's only 6 letters. Wouldn't fit. It's a shame. Saltwater reptiles is the next clue with U-shaped snouts. 10 letters, you want the 3rd. Expression of admiration and gratitude is next. 12 letters, you want the 11th. Animal that lives at the beginning of the alphabet. 8 letters, you want the 7th. And the device is the Cryptex category with 12 letters. Next, paid promotion in a newspaper. 13 letters, you want the 12th. Penultimate clue. Options in Microsoft Word include left, right, and justify. 9 letters, you want the 9th. Final clue, FYI, EG, DIY, ETC. 12 letters, you want the 10th. Mind your spelling. Last opportunity to crack the Cryptex. 12 letters and it's a device. In this case, a literary device, alliteration. Alliteration was the Cryptex solution. To our clues, old, very old, with 7 letters. That's ancient, from where we got the A. Most abundant metal in the Earth's crust is aluminium, from where we got the L, if we spell it in the UK, the way it's actually supposed to be spelt. Saltwater reptiles with U-shaped snouts are alligators, from where we got the L. What Benedict the 16th did in 2013, he abdicated, from where we got the I. The leader of a group of monks is an abbot, from where we got the T. The given name of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's eldest child is Archie, from where we got the E. Animal that lives at the beginning of the alphabet is an aardvark, from where we got the R. Related to the belly is abdominal, from where we got the A. Options in Microsoft Word include left, right, and justify is alignment, from where we got the T. FYI, EG, DIY, etc. They are all abbreviation, from where we got the I. An expression of admiration and gratitude is appreciation, from where we got the O. And finally, a paid promotion in a newspaper is an advertisement, or an advertisement, from where we got the N. And our alliteration was the fact that all of them began with the same letter, the letter A. Gold if you managed to crack the Cryptex for the bonus 10 points. No perfect scores that round. And at the end of that puzzle, I should say, and at the end of the round, Nando has the lead, picking up a cool, nice 69 in that puzzle. Into the lead with 149. It is Nando who I think solved the Cryptex, cracked the Cryptex first in all 3 of those puzzles. So very well done, Nando. Ralph currently is second with 145. Apodo and Matt are tied up in third with 134, but we've still got 5 puzzles to go. Yeah, machinery, that's the thing with these Cryptex categories. They've got to be a little bit vague, and yeah, alliteration is a device is a perfectly valid clue for alliteration. But yeah, we don't want them to be too easy because we don't want you to be able to solve them on their own. If something goes wrong, I'm on -5. I thought you meant with the PC. No, you lose a point for every wrong answer. Oh, it's the it's probably the hardware. Shall we just turn it off? We should just turn it off. Well, Bungle, you've got more than Graham, so you know there's that. How was your road trip today, of such as it was, Bungle? I hope you found everything that you were looking for. Well, it's a lovely opening round. Good man. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. You needed a new one. You did need a new one. Right. It's all Quizzy Dan in the flesh, Digital David. I did see your DM, by the way. I'll respond a bit later, David, but that makes me smile. That did. Very much made me smile. Right. Just a little moment just to catch all our breath. And I think that's probably long enough. Let's move on to round number 2. It's combination, and in this round you are going to get 5 points for each clue you solve, with a penalty of 1 point for incorrect or repeated answers. In that way, it's very much the same as round 1. And as before, you can solve clues at any time, even if they are not the current clue. Each clue, though, will be formed by blending 2 words with at least 2 letters overlapping. Effectively, there are 2 clues per puzzle, and the words will overlap to form brand new nonsense words. So the first clue might be a poker hand made up of 5 hearts, and the second clue might be a woolly animal to get flush and sheep for flush sheep. You can either type them individually, one at a time, or you can type it all as a single nonsense word. But yes, if you solve half, you don't get the points for it until you solve the other half, but you do get the letters put into your Unicon, which might be helpful in cracking the Cryptex. Incidentally, the Cryptex will be a real word, not blended, and again, it will be worth 10 points if you can crack it before the time runs out. Eventually, Fudgy will be another. One day, not today. Well, I don't know, it might be today, who knows? Right, good luck to you all. Let's go to our first combination puzzle. Our Cryptex category is movement, with 9 letters. Our first clue, Patrick Stewart's Star Trek captain and displaying strong supportive feelings. Next, Just One More Thing, fictional detective, and RRS Sir David Attenborough's original first name. Mercury and GAWA and WD are positions in this sport. 10 letters in total. Remember, the Cryptex category is movement with 9 letters. It will not be a blended word. Next, jungle-themed restaurant chain Blank Cafe and measures material deformation in response to stress. Measures material deformation or deformation in response to stress. 14 letters. Next, artwork of a sexual nature and fermented in sauerkraut. 12 letters in total. Remember, at least 2 of the letters will overlap in the solutions. Might be more, it won't be less. First solve coming in. Recreational bouncing device is next. And path of ancestorial descent. Puzzle where pictures and symbols represent words. And at weddings, you typically find this American singer. That's clever. Nori wrap to feed. And hungry, hungry animals. 9 letters. Penultimate clue here. And your final clue, site of 1836 Texan Revolution, and created the first commercial portable phones. 11 letters, 2 of them will overlap. Last opportunity then to crack the Cryptex or any of the other clues you have not yet solved. Movement is the Cryptex category. The solution was transport. To our clues. Trampoline and lineage. Trampolineage, from where we got the T, also containing tram. Erotica and cabbage. Erotic cabbage, from where we got the R, also containing cab. Planet and netball. Planetball, from where we got the A, also contains plane. Rainforest and strain. Rainforest strain, from where we got the N, also contains train. Rebus and usher. Rebusher, from where we got the S, also contains bus. Sushi and hippos. Sushippos, from where we got the P, from also contains ship. Columbo and boaty. Columboti, from where we got the O, also contains boat. Alamotorola. Alamo and Motorola, from where we got the R, also contains motor. And finally, Picard and ardent. Picardant, from where we got the T, and also contains car. So again, we had a clue within the clues that were within the clues itself. So yes, all of the clues contained some form of mode of transportation. As well as some wonderful things as Columboti is quite a fun one to say, and Picardant. Gold if you managed to crack the Cryptex there. Very well done to those players. Nando still with the lead. Ralph in second, and Riff is in third. 192183178. Still a long way to go. We've got at least one more puzzle in this round. Let's see what it's got in store for you. Bungle on minus 116. How have you even managed to do that? Have you just been... Oh, you've just been spamming lots of letters. Right. I mean, that's very good of you to stress test the internet package, but yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Next puzzle. The Cryptex category is time, with 8 letters. First clue, luminescent substance that emits light when excited, and a falcon-headed Egyptian deity, with 10 letters. Remember, at least 2 of them will overlap. Ballpoint writing instrument is next, and that's paired with a Portuguese football player. 9 letters, you want the third. Takeaway, West African country, and doesn't like it too hot or too cold. Dark comedy crime drama set in Minnesota, and a flat-bottomed Italian rowing boat. 10 letters, you want the 5th. No Cryptex solves yet. Your category is time, with 8 letters. European classical language, and Belgian comic reporter and adventurer. 8 letters, you want the 4th. There's our first solve, and our second in quick succession. Relating to a newborn and ankle bone. 10 letters, you want the second. Just Friends, and Rockstar, How You Remind Me, Photograph. Final clue on this chonk of a Cryptex. Guilty or not guilty, and evidence considered acceptable within a court of law. 13 letters, you want the 7th. Cryptex category is time. Last opportunity to solve it now. It has only got 8 letters. Yes, I can read this, Bungle. Periodic is time. And to the clues, phosphorus and Horus. Phosphorus, where we got the P. Also phosphorus, an element. Neonatal and talus, from where we got the E. Neonatalus, also neon. Biro and Ronaldo. Bi-Ronaldo. Bi-Ronaldo, also iron. Latin and Tintin. Latintin, also tin. Fargo and Gondola, Fargondola, also argon. Togo and Goldilocks, Goldilocks, also gold. Plead and admissible, pleadmissible, where we got the I, also lead. And platonic and nickelback, platonickelback, and also nickel. And an open JR, Nickelback are the Dan Brown of music, as was established the other day. So, yes, Talus is the ankle bone and a type of monster in the Legend of Zelda games. So, a double layering of clues there. You've got time, giving you periodic, so periodic time, but also periodic table of elements, all of the clues containing elements. This is very, very clever stuff. You wrote admissible. A-D-M-I-S-S-A-B-L-E. It's I-B-L-E, so it was a misspelling on your part, Vertigo. And then you wrote admittable after that. I mean, it's academic in this case. Trust the software. The software works. If it's marked you wrong, it's marked you wrong. And more to the point, there's not much I can do about it after the fact. And I don't necessarily want to get into a habit of asking people just saying, can I check every answer that I didn't agree with the computer? The computer's generally pretty robust. I can check, but doesn't mean I'm... I don't want to get into a habit, otherwise we're just going to end up going crazy. Although it's a Bungle writing, can you read this, Ben? Hi, Ben, can you read this? Woo. Yes, I can. Please stop spamming it if you're... try and solve it. Try and solve them. Right. Have we got another combination puzzle, or are we going to round 3? Let's find out. Okay, we're going to round 3. So we must have 3 puzzles in this final decipher round. Here the objective is to crack the Cryptex as fast as possible. You may solve clues, which will help to gain letters in the Cryptex. If you fail to crack the Cryptex at all, you do get 1 consolation point for each correct answer. But ultimately, your goal here is to crack the Cryptex. For every clue revealed, 5 points will be taken from your potential winnings, which are shown in square brackets at the top of your device. You'll also, every time you give me a wrong answer or guess the Cryptex solution, it will incur a 1-point penalty. Once you have cracked the Cryptex, you can't really increase or decrease your score anymore, but you can still answer the clues for fun. So, yeah, solve the clues to help give you, if you want to help give you space in the Cryptex, but of course they come with a penalty if you're incorrect. So if you're not 100%, you might just want to keep a sort of half an eye on it, thinking, I think that might be, before taking a guess. Best of luck to you all. Let's take a look at our first decipher puzzle. And as you might expect, the Cryptex category, the clue is in the answers. 8 letters in total. Your first clue. Freedom route for enslaved people, the underground blank. 8 letters. Of course, the clock is a little bit quicker in this round, so slightly less time per clue. Next, Antarctic's Emperor. Antarctica's Emperor. 7 letters, you want the third. column of the periodic table. 5 letters, you want the 5th. Sold yet. Loan that is secured by the thing it purchases. 8 letters, you want the 1st. There's our first couple of solves. The Grand Budapest Blank. 2014, 5 letters, you want the 2nd. Watched this film last week. Never stops being an absolute marvel of a film. I'll tell you more about it in just a bit. Next. Salary tax. 6 letters, you want the 4th. English West Midlands City on the River Sherborne. 8 letters, you want the 8th. Remember, the clue is in the answers. The final clue. US state where an engrossed version of the Declaration of Independence was signed. 12 letters, you want the 7th. Time to crack the Cryptex. What do all of those answers have in common? Not just big words, Bungle. Monopoly was the answer to our clues. Loan that is secured by the thing it purchases is a mortgage, from where we got the M. And of course, you get mortgages on the deeds. Grand Budapest Hotel from 2014, from where we got the O. And of course, you can put hotels on your properties. Antarctica's Emperor is a penguin, from where we got the N. The penguin token was added in 2017. Salary tax, income tax, from where we got the O. And income tax is obviously a penalty you can land on the board. Column of the periodic table is a group, from where we got the P. You have a group of properties, the orange ones or the blue ones. Freedom route for enslaved people, the Underground Railroad, from where we got the O. Railroads is what the stations are called in the American version of Monopoly. US state where an engrossed version of the Declaration of Independence was signed was Pennsylvania. Of course, you get Pennsylvania Avenue found in the US version, from where we got the L. And the English West Midlands City on the River Sherborne. With 8 letters, it's Coventry, from where we got the Y. And of course, you can get Coventry Street in the UK versions. If you were listening when I was just going through that, Prue, because I did explain that the penguin token was added in 2017. I did say, did I say that? Am I going crackers? That I definitely said that, didn't I? If I didn't, I apologise. But yeah, the penguin token was added in 2017. Am I going mad? Are you gaslighting me, Bungle? Because I'm 100% sure I said that, which is why I got behind. I did say it. Don't fucking gaslight me like that. I did say it, right. Got to learn to listen, Lou. But yeah, blame it on the PC, which is sitting happy at 42%. That's all right. That's okay. Yeah, sometimes they're giving a lot of information very quickly, and it bears a repeat. But yes, Penguin was added to the Monopoly board in 2017. Lots of players cracking the Cryptex there and going gold. Nando's got the lead, quite a healthy lead actually, 270. Ralph in second with 244. Riff in third with 242. Opponent not a million miles behind at 237. There's still going to be a bit of a tussle on, certainly for the silver and bronze. Nando, who's hopefully won't have a disaster, looks like he's fairly comfortable with the gold, but let's see what happens. We have still got 2 more puzzles. Let's go on to our next one. Okay. The clue is in the answers. 12 letters, so we're going to get a lot of clues. Not much time on each of them. Starting with this. Receive more than asked for. 5 letters, you want the 5th. American Rubbish. 7 letters, you want the 7th. This is very clever. Nervous to act. 8 letters, you want the 8th. Well done, that player. And that player. Uncontrollable need to steal. 11 letters, you want the 11th. And if you crack the cryptex, well, I'm not going to say anything else. William, Charles and Diana. 9 letters, you want the 6th. Arguably 5 and 4, but no spaces. I don't know, is it one word or is it? I thought it was 2 words, but I might be wrong. I haven't proofed this pack, so. Dot's alternative in coded communication. 4 letters, you want the 4th. Missing an E off the end, PC to computers. Otherwise, that one was right. Oh, no, it wasn't right, actually. No, ignore me. It was wrong. Next, slang term for a police officer. 3 letters, you want the 3rd. No, sorry, I've just cost you another point. My bad. But you're in the right ballpark. Next, nature of a person who asks many questions. 11 letters, you want the 9th. Could be. Aggressively patriotic in nature. 10 letters, you want the 10th. Claude's intelligence. 10 letters, you want the 1st. A 1999 project uncovered found footage of which UK Prime Minister? 5 letters, you want the 2nd. That's a very nice clue. That is not a typo. Final clue for the puzzle, running north to south. 12 letters, you want the 12th. It is one word. Sorry to question you and Stinson there, JR. Last opportunity then to crack the cryptex, otherwise you'll get points for each clue you did solve. Very close, Conradlat, but it's not the right number of letters. Or the right way round. Likewise, Giarden, so it is the right way round. Alphabetical was the answer, because all the clues were in alphabetical order. As soon as you spotted that, you'd have been good. So, Claude's intelligence is artificial, from where we got the A. 1999 project uncovered found footage of which UK Prime Minister Blair, it's in Blair Witch Project, from where we got the L. Slang term for a police officer is a cop, from where we got the P. Dot's alternative in coded communication is dash, not Morse, from where we got the H. Receive more than asked for is extra, from where we got the A. William to Charles and Diana. The short firstborn is a single word, from where we got the B. American rubbish, they call it garbage, from where we got the E. Nervous to act with 8 letters, that would be hesitant, from where we got the T. The nature of a person who asks many questions is inquisitive, from where we got the I. Aggressively patriotic in nature is jingoistic. Well done if you got that one, from where we got the C. Uncontrollable need to steal is kleptomania, from where we got the A. And running north to south, some people scraping, pouring around the edges of this. Longitudinal is what we wanted, from where we got the L. So yes, Claude is Anthropic's AI chatbot, the Blair Witch Project, Tony Blair, Morse code system of dashes and dots. Jingoistic is specifically behaviour that demonstrates strong and unreasonable belief in the superiority of your own country. See also World War I, where we just might as well have just shot 10,000 of our own men a week for the sake of it. God, we watched 1917 last week. Ugh. That's a film and a half, possibly one of the greatest pieces of cinematography ever made. World War III coming soon, yeah. But that's the thing, this is the difference between World War I and World War II. So World War II, there was a very obvious antagonist, because, I mean, Hitler was a right-wrong'un, and it was quite clear that he just wanted to, you know, take over the world and exterminate lots of people for no real good reason, and he was just an awful person. Whereas World War I there's no real bad guy in World War I. If you go look at this, is what I've discovered recently, there wasn't really. I mean, there were aggressors and stuff, but it was basically, you know, oh, my mate's gonna beat up your mate, sort of thing. It's how it started, because when Franz Ferdinand got shot, Austro-Hungary blamed Serbia, and I think it was Russia came in and said, don't you pick on Serbia, and then Germany came and said, don't you pick on Austro-Hungary, and it just sort of evolved from there. So people are in the mood for a war, I think. It's, you know, the people used to, you know, go down, they thought it'd be a bit of an adventure, and then it was possibly one of the worst experiences in the modern history of the human race. Just awful. Anyway, sorry, I'm going off on a slightly morbid tangent there. But yeah, no, I've been quite interested in World War One recently. Anyway, gold if you crack the Cryptex. Clive with a perfect. I didn't think that was working. I thought that was bugged. I didn't think we showed the perfect score for that. But Clive did manage to get a perfect score in that round, 70 points, which I guess means you must have solved it very, 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 very quickly, Clive. No, it says you solved it in 73.57 seconds. Oh, but it was 12. Oh, I don't know. That was round one score. I don't know what's going on. Let's just assume that the computer knows what it's doing. Unless it crashed. I'm just going to scroll back. No, you weren't the first to solve, Clive. That was a Podo was the first to solve this one. Why is it giving you 70 points? Oh. 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 Well, this is quite interesting. Gold if you crack the Cryptex, but it's giving you regular points. I will have to look into that. Because it's saying decryption. But yeah, but this decryption is round one. What, have we gone to a round one puzzle? Well, no harm, no foul. I mean, it sort of works, but you all weren't expecting it. That probably means there's some sort of bug in Q4, which I will look into. Apologies for that. I mean, the puzzle still worked, but that should have been a... Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Nando's got the lead. I think we've got one more. Let's take a look at it. And we'll see how it scores. Okay. The clue is in the answers. That might be a typo. Not entirely sure. It might not be. The clue is in the answers. Starting with this. Capital city that lends its name to an equine cocktail made from vodka, ginger beer, and lime juice. Yeah, bank error in your favour. Think of it as that. That is a typo, but the spirit is there. Right you are. Next. Eighth letter. Yes, eighth letter. Daring physical feats of strength, agility, and coordination performed by circus performers. 10 letters, you want the eighth. Dog breed that features in the Peanuts comics. 6 letters, you want the sixth. In fact, I can tell this is decryption because the music's going slower. Also, it says decryption there. So again, this is round one scoring for reasons I can't quite fathom. First one solved there. Keep solving the clues because you're going to get points for all the clues here. Next, an Agatha Christie murder mystery and a classic Hasbro board game. 9 letters, you want the 7th. The clue is still in the answers. Next, for example, science and nature, history and geography in Trivial Pursuit. 10 letters, you want the 5th. Neither Silent nor Lost. Those born between 1901 and 1927 were the greatest what? 10 letters, we want the 2nd. Curious that coming up. What I've just been talking about. Next, avocado-based dip commonly eaten with tortilla chips. 9 letters, you want the 9th. Clue is in the answers. Penultimate clue of the game. Flowering weed, whose name is derived from lion's tooth in French. 9 letters, you want the 3rd. And your final clue, a protagonist's main foil. 10 letters, you want the 4th. Last opportunity to crack the Cryptex. Solve any clues you haven't yet solved. Clue is in the answers. There's your solution. It was a menagerie because we had an animal in every answer to our clues. Capital city that lends its name to an equine cocktail is Moscow, as in Moscow Mules, from where we've got the M, also cow. Neither silent nor lost, 1901 to 1927 were the greatest generation. From oldest lost, greatest silent generations also contained rat. Dandelion from Dent de Lion, which contained lion, named due to the serrated appearance of their leaves. Antagonists is the next one, from where we've got the A, also contains ant. Categories also contains cat. Beagle is the Snoopy breed, from where we got the E, also contains eagle. Mousetrap, the world's longest continuously running show, which contains mouse. Acrobatics, which contains bat. And from where we got the I, finally, guacamole. From where we got the E, which contains mole. It was a full menagerie. And, yeah, scores have been a little bit strange. I need to look at Q4 to find out what's gone on there. But green if you had a perfect round, gold if you cracked the Cryptex, and we have our final scores there. Very well done to Clive for taking the bronze with 322. Not bad considering you missed the first puzzle there, Clive. Could have come back. Had you been in the first puzzle, could have been a gold for you. Riff takes the silver at 325, but it's a secure victory for Nando with 354 points. Very well done indeed. And that was, I believe, Cryptex. I'm not quite sure what's happened with those final puzzles there. I'm going to need to check why it is scoring them as round 1 puzzles. I'll see what's going on with the data. Can I extend my thanks to Stimson Zango for what might be one of the finest packs of Cryptex I've seen in many a long year. Just wonderful stuff. Really lovely layered clues. Very clever, working on multiple levels. Big thanks to JR as well for proofing that. And I know you've been giving QForge some usage. Yeah, obviously there might be a bug in it that I need to fix, but did a game, didn't crash. Yeah, no, really, really well written pack, really clever, and accessible as well. It wasn't sort of on a different elemental plane. It was accessible to all, apart from Bungle, who finished on 110, minus 110 apparently. But yeah, really great stuff. So thank you very much to both of you for your efforts. Right, friends, I'm going to get another glass of wine. I'm going to take my bowl of risotto out, which is just about finished. I'm going to check in with the event viewer, make sure everything is still cushy. I'll touch base with Graham very quickly, make sure that he's happy. But yeah, we're still sitting around 41, 43%, so GPU usage, that is. And yeah, when we return, we're going to be playing Risky Business. It's been written by Arun, it's been proofed by Jack, newest member of the proofing team, and I do hope you will come and join us for that. But before that, here's a message from our sponsor, We Like Shapes.
Greetings from Manchester. Album launch show by Ladytron. The whole album slaps, as people younger than me put it. So put it, Paradises, into Spotify to stream later and thank me after that.
We'll certainly do that, Shapes. Thank you very much for the 63-month subscription, and greetings to you over in Manchester land. I hope you're having a good time. Thank you for dropping by. Waves from a different bit of Manchester. Yeah, I wave from a different bit of Manchester. Well, it's got Chester in the name, the place where I am, or just outside it. Anyway, I hope you're doing well, Shapes. Thank you just for popping by. Right, break time. Go get some drinks, go get some more snacks, go stretch your legs, pop to the loo. We'll be back in about 5 minutes time with some Risky Business. I do hope you'll come and join me. One thing that has seemed to be problematic at the moment is that my stream decks have stopped working. I don't know if that's a hags thing, but so I'm having to use the OBS controls, which means I might be a minute just changing the views and stuff. But many thanks once again to Stimpson for that pack. Congratulations to Nando for taking the gold. And we will be back very soon with even more quiz in the shape of Risky Business as game night continues this Saturday night. We'll see you all after the break. Such a beautiful piece of music. Hey, Minky, Riff Raccoon, welcome both of all y'alls to the stream. Let's have some music. And we didn't have a BBFC message at the beginning, so we should have one now. Contains... what did we have last time? It contains silly behaviour last time, wasn't it? Contains... Have we had contains mild peril? I feel like we've had contains mild peril. Contains strong... we'll have that. Contains mild threat. Okay, contains mild threat. I'm running out of BBFC messages. I'm going to have to make them up in a minute. Anyway, quick time for a break, so go stretch your legs. I'm going to have a look at some of these raid messages and have a quick touch base with Graham real quick, get some more wine. So I encourage all of you all to do the same. When we return, Risky Business, as written by Arun and proofed by Jack. I do hope you will come back and join us for that. Don't touch that dial. We will be right back.
What she want? 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 What she want?
Welcome back to the second part of this evening's game night, where it's time for Risky Business. QKJT is the code. Quick, kiss JT. Who's JT? I'm someone on my OQL team with the initials JT, I know that. Quick, kiss JT. I'll tell him he was a thing. Or Justin Timberlake, that would also work, wouldn't it? How you're doing? So, slightly extended break. Apologies for that, but I had a quick chat with Graham. We've got an extra monitor in the NVIDIA app. Checked in with Event Viewer. We've had about 7 wheel logger events raised. A wheel logger is where it couldn't handle something, but it self-resolved it. So 7 is maybe fine, but on Saturday we had 124 of them in 2.5 hours. So we're wondering if that was one of the things that is causing us grief. But we've had 7 tonight, and we're still standing for now. GPU still at 40%. We're still streaming, still recording, still running captions, still sharing my screen with Graham as well. So yeah, as far as I can tell, everything seems to be cushy. But we'll see how things progress over the remainder of the stream. RBSP streams and Flyboy and BC and DMC. Welcome all of you to the stream. Lovely to have you all here. So, Risky Business, as written by Arun Aromatics. Arun, who writes in such a way that makes me add new features to the game. To be fair, it's a feature that is being rolled out into all games. Specifically the ability to pick the answer order rather than having it automatically shuffled. If you played an Arun pack of Risky Business before, you might know what I'm referring to. He had his own special mode, did Arun Aromatics. Special Arun Round 3 mode, it was called. But I've since nixed that and replaced it with a much better global variables, which we're testing tonight. Again, this has come through QForge. I keep talking about QForge and not letting you see it. I am very close to being able to start to roll the software out to the writers. I've got one more beta pack that needs to go through the proofing team first, but I want to start rolling it out before the season is out. Quick, just Jim Trot. No. Yes. That's the thing. Anyway, what have we got on the horizon? Because we're quite late tonight, aren't we? We're a late night stream. What have we got coming up? Well, I can tell you, we have only got, friends, 2 streams left this season, which is bonkers. So Thursday, next week, 26th of March, we've got The Pyramid and Distinction by Clive and JR, respectively. Very much looking forward to that. Both of those are good, fun, jolly games. The Pyramid is a bit more straight, a bit more serious, but nice graphics. So Pyramid by Clive, Distinction by JR. That's this Thursday, the 26th of March. What I do Saturday, Sean. Oh yeah, is that any good? Oh shit, says Clive. I mean, I wasn't going to chase you just yet, but because I know you're normally good for it, but I rather wish I probably should have done. But yes, I'm sure you'll be good for that, Clive. And then next Saturday is the season finale, which will also have the penny prize draw. So you get to see the lottery machine in 2 different instances. I need to figure out how we're actually going to do that, the prize draw this time, whether we're going to have a special bonus for the top of the penny table or not. And we're going to be playing Google That by Sam, Defcon by Oni, and The Purge by Riff. So expect next Saturday to possibly be a little bit later, which is just as well on the same night that the clocks go back in the UK. So it's going to be a slightly later stream, and with the penny prize draw, and we lose an hour in bed. So I'm going to need some time to get over it. Tentatively planning next season to kick off on the 18th of April. So I'll be having, I think, 2 or maybe 3 weeks off. Obviously, I'm off the weekend after because I'm doing Easter stuff at church. And then with the rollout of QForge, potential The Drain tournament that I need to organise and get together, as well as just the general blocking of the season and bug repairs and bug fixes and all sorts of other things. So there's quite a bit of organisation to do ahead of season 22. So it's going to be a slightly longer break, but I'm looking to come back on Saturday, the Saturday the 18th of April for season 22. But yeah, just 2 more streams. So if you're just here at the weekend, next Saturday is going to be the season finale, and it's going to have the penny prize draw. And yeah, I do hope you'll come and join me for that. In the interim, don't forget our great friend Ash the Bash is now back to 2 streams a week. Hurrah! I did pop in for all the 30 seconds last night towards the end of the night. I was sort of bogged down with doing some repair stuff for this, because I spent most of the afternoon doing streaming and repairing and stuff. So, yeah, sorry not to catch it. I think I might have gone away and eaten at some point as well. But Ash is here 2 streams a week, so do go give him a follow if you want even more quiz in your life. Silent Marie, welcome to the stream too. Don't forget you can get your raid messages in. I've got a few on my shortlist already. Yeah, we will I'll pick my favourite later on. That will be the raid message and the episode title. That's twice around the loop. There's plenty of you in. It's time to play Risky Business. This has been written by Arun, proofed by Jack Wilfred. And let's lock the lobby and begin the game. G. Eisen, sorry, I've just seen your question. Yes, you can. As long as you use the same Twitch account. If you move to another one, it will just lock the old one, and you'll get a special message saying this account has been set up on another device, and you'll be able to continue playing on your new device. So, yes, you definitely can do that if you need to switch to a phone, or if you need to move from a phone to a desktop. Yeah, just revalidate with the same Twitch account, and you'll get back in, and all will be well. Right. Risky Business. We played this yesterday. I played a legacy pack of mine, which was quite fun. And I think Riff took the gold medal. Now, Riff is looking to do 2 Risky Business goals in as many days. Let's see if that honour, singular honour, can go to them. They have to run to the store and get some food cooked. Ah, fantastic. Well, yeah, if you switch over to your phone, you'll still get the questions. It's all multiple choice here. So, yeah, switch to your phone and all will be well. We're going to play on, though, if you need to go to the shop. And here is round 1. It's favourable odds. You need to select one of the correct answers from the 5 presented options within 15 seconds. By the way, what's going on with my shoulders? There was a lot of raid message suggestions that said I've got shoulder pads in this jacket. We just sort of take the jacket off. And you can see me with the waistcoat. This is a Ted Baker suit, by the way. So waistcoat, yeah, with buses on the back and phone boxes and things. And the purple. So Ben has shoulders. This is an update for the group. Ben has shoulders. So with each question, the number of risk points available increases, but the number of correct answers decreases, culminating with the 4th question of each set, which is worth double points, but you only see the answers before you have to commit to playing it, and on those ones, abstention will be treated as incorrect. Or the other zone, you don't have to play. If you've got some points of risk accrued and you're not sure and you want to keep them safe, you can just leave it blank. No penalty for abstention unless you've chosen to actively play. As I've said, to play question 4, you must choose to risk. We got 3 sets of 4 questions in this round. It's going to slow down because I don't want to get hiccups. I had them briefly before. Let's play. Let's play. Risky Business. Favourable odds is the first round, and here's your first set of options. French, Italian, Czech, Romansh, German. Name an official language of Switzerland. Classic quiz fodder here. Not sponsored by 19 Crimes. It does happen to be 19 Crimes this evening. Happens to be one of my favourite ones. Well, on DMC, CJ, need an answer? Alas, not. Just going to abstain on that one. Everyone else getting it right. Czech is not an official language of Switzerland. I think it's got 5. French, Italian, Romansh, German. English isn't one of them. I've put this as some form of question recently. It might even have been in Risky Business. But yeah, French, Italian, Romansh and German are all official languages of Switzerland. Oh, was it just the 4? Fair enough. Well done. You've got some points there. On we go. Next question. 3 correct answers here. 3 points if you can find one. Options are... I'll roll my sleeves up and look like Simon Le Bon. Kuwait for the 2nd time in as many quizzes. Egypt, Nigeria, Iraq, Colombia. Name a member of OPEC. So our first boing of the night. Kuwait, Nigeria and Iraq. Iraq and Kuwait were original members from 1960. Nigeria joined in 1971. Egypt and Colombia are not members of OPEC. And I used to know what that meant. It's the Organisation of the Petroleum Exporting Countries. So then what do gas? and fuel and whatnot. Egypt and Colombia are not amongst them, but Kuwait, Nigeria, and Iraq all are. Very well done if you got some points. Lots of players on 5. Let's go to our next question. 2 correct answers here. 5 points if you can find one. You do not have to play. Options are Paccheri, Sagnarelli, Pappardelle, Fettuccine, Rigatoni. Name a pasta that is typically tube-shaped. Ha! Boom, boom, 8 Minky. Paccheri and rigatoni. Rigatoni, the more popular of the 2 answers. In fact, almost everyone, just 1 or 2 players going for Paccheri. A few going for some of the wrong. Sagnarelli, Pappardelle, and Fettuccine are all ribbons of pasta. Paccheri and rigatoni are typically tube-shaped. Well done if you got that. A couple of people abstaining there as well. So, for the 4th question, remember you've got to choose to risk before you see the question. We'll show you the options first of all. There'll only be 1 correct answer. And if you do choose to risk, you are bound to the question and must play it. If you do not want to play this question, you can leave it blank and we will safely put your points into the bank. If you don't have any, you don't have that choice to make. But if you don't want to play, leave it blank. We'll put them in the bank. Here are your options for question 4. Richard Hammond, Jeremy Clarkson, James May, Chris Evans, Paddy McGuinness. Bank or risk? Okay, points into the bank for those not risking. Those are safe and locked up. But we've got a lot of players who are choosing to risk on this question. Bungle, Clive, Con, Risky, Fluffy, JR, Oof, Pyro, Sam, all risking the maximum of 10. Ben, Matt, RBSP, Stimson, Verlob, and Vertigo all risking 5. So abstention for you will be treated as wrong. Only 1 correct answer up here. Remember, this is the question that's been known to have a little rug pull from time to time. Maybe there'll be a rug pull today. Maybe there won't be. But if you think you know where this question is going, I would be surprised. Good luck. Here's your question. Name a person that appears in the music video of the 1993 song Mr. Blobby. I just want to bet with myself. I said Bungle's going to be the first to answer and he's going to get it right. I thought this is slightly in your wheelhouse, Bungle. We have got some boying in here. You do need to give an answer. Sam's got there, but a lot of players wiping out. Very well done to Bungle, Fluffy, Oof, Sam, and Vertigo. All doubling up their points. Bungle, Fluffy, Oof, and Sam up to 20 points. Vertigo doubling up to 10. Everyone else, unfortunately, losing everything there. It was Jeremy Clarkson who appears as a limousine driver. So do always bear in mind that the 4th question of the set, with only seeing the options, could be a little bit of a rug pull, especially when you've got a run and his sneaky solicitor ways all about the thing. Yeah, but I thought Bungle would get that one, and he did indeed. Very well done to all 5 of you for getting that right. Let's pop those points into the bank. And we've got 4 players with 20 after the first set of questions. Let's do it all over again. 5 options, 4 correct answers, 2 points if you can find one. He was also the original host of Robot Wars. Maybe that's the next question. Who knows? Let's take a look. 5 options. Here they are. Gimlet, Aperol Spritz, Hurricane, Mimosa, Screwdriver. Name a drink that is typically orange in colour. Just Proogs airing on that one. Gimlets are typically pale green. They're comprised of gin and lime cordial. Nutella, Toto, alcoholic drinks. You picked the 1 wrong answer amongst the 5 there, Proogs. Never mind. Plenty more questions to go. Screwdriver, I think that's vodka and orange juice. And a mimosa, I think it's peach schnapps and vodka. Or peach schnapps and something. It's peachy anyway. Oh, is it peach schnapps and Prosecco? Or orange juice and Prosecco? I don't even know. I don't know myself. One of them's got Prosecco in and 4 of them are orange. Well done if you got some points. And he got into a panic. Oh, God. No worries, DMC. No worries at all. Well, you're very welcome to come and join. You can join any time. Say the room code's at the top of the screen. So when you get sorted, do pop in. But there's no pressure. So just come and join when I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. So come and join us whenever it's all good too. Right, let's go on. Question number 2. 3 correct answers up here. 3 points if you can find one. You don't have to play. Here are your options. Selene, Greek. Luna, Roman. Amaterasu, Japanese. Oh my god. Huitzilopochtli, Aztec. Inti, Incan. Name a sun deity. Bungle's having no part in this question. Yes, Selene and Luna are both moon deities. I was feeling quite confident. Managed to get through Amaterasu, Japanese, and then saw the next options. It's Huitzilopochtli, I think, Aztec, and Inti. So Amaterasu, Huitzilopochtli, and Inti are all sun deities. Selene and Luna, both moon deities. Very well done if you got some points there. On we go. 2 correct answers here. 5 points if you can find one. You don't have to play. And here are your options. The Night Manager. The Bear. White. Juice. The Pit. Name a television series primarily set in a kitchen. Few abstentions there. Can't say I blame you. Tricky question there. The Bear and Whites. The one thing I know about the answers on this board is that Whites was an Alan Davis sitcom from, I didn't know it was from 15 years ago, that nobody has any reason to remember. There's a clip keeps coming up on YouTube where someone asked for an eggless omelette. Or it was, and it's quite funny. But yeah, Whites starred Alan Davis. The Bear, I've no idea what that is. The Night Manager is based on the John le Carré novel of the same name, stars Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Laurie. I think the second series has just finished airing on the BBC, which I haven't seen yet, but the first series also got Olivia Colman in it. Olivia Colman and what's his chops? Can't remember his name. There's lots of famous people in it, and it's a superb drama which comes highly recommended. So do go check out The Night Manager. No spoilers for season 2 because I haven't seen it yet. Haven't been able to avoid the bed despite my best effort. Oh, really? Well, very well done. If you did get some points out of that, we've got lots of players on 10 here, a couple on 8. Bungle's got 7, a handful on 5, and just 3 players with no points. They won't be able to risk. I'm going to show you the options. There's only 1 correct answer here. If you want to risk it, press the big risk button. If you want to keep your points safe, then leave it blank and we'll put them in the bank. Oh, season 2 is air, is it? Oh, that's a spoiler, David. No spoilers. No, unless that's not a spoiler, unless it's been announced. And I've just missed that. Anyway, let's take a look at the options for question number 4. Here they are. Europa, Callisto, Rhea, Oberon, Triton. Bank or risk? Okie dokie, quite a few players putting points into the bank there. Sam Clive and JR all risking the maximum of 10. Proogs and Volob are risking 8. Fluffy, Flyboy, Con, Risky, Cola and Pyro all risking 5. Remember, you are bound to the question, you players. You must give me an answer or you will lose your point automatically. Any more of a rug pull here? Let's find out. Here is your question. Name a celestial body that is larger than Earth's moon by diameter. Cola's got the right answer. All boing from everyone else so far. Sam's got there now. And everyone else has got a boing. Just Sam and Cola. Very well done, the two of you. It's Callisto. I've been told the moon's diameter is 3,475 kilometres and nothing about any of the others. But Callisto, I believe, is the largest moon of Jupiter. Europa is Saturn. Triton, Rhea, and Oberon, I believe, are Uranus. Or Rhea and Oberon might be Neptune. Which is the one that's named after Shakespeare characters? Is that Neptune? I think that's Neptune. And then Uranus, I have a feeling, is Triton, not to be confused with Titan, which is Saturn. No, Europa's Jupiter as well. What am I talking about? Europa, Callisto, Io, and Ganymede are the 4 big moons of Jupiter. But yeah, Callisto is the answer we're after, the largest of Jupiter's moons. Why I don't play... Oh, it's Triton, Neptune? Triton is Neptune, in which case Rhea and Oberon would be Uranus, because they're the Shakespeare characters. Either way, my astrology... Ganymede is Jupiter's largest, but not on the list. So that would also have been a correct answer were it there. Triton was a washing machine. Well, I do know washing machines live longer with Calgon. Let's put Sam and Coda's points into the bank. Sam on a maximum of 40 so far. I don't see this very often. Maximum after 2 sets of questions. Oof in second with 13. Look at this Bungle in third with 27. Doing well, Bungle. Let's see if we can keep up that streak as we go to our next. So, washing machines aren't live. You can do it. That's true. With Triton. Let's go to our next set of questions. 5 options, 4 correct answers here. 2 points if you can find one. You might as well play. And here's your options. Shang. Tang. Jin. Song. Qing. Name a Chinese dynasty that ruled after the birth of Christ. I'm not going to comment any further on that, Bungle or PC to computers, not at all. Shang was the wrong answer. The Shang dynasty was 1600 to 1046 BC. Tang, Jin, Song, and Qing all took place AD or BCE. No, I do mean AD. In the year of our Lord, such as it is. Well done, most players getting some points there. Let's play on. So question number 2 of this set. 3 correct answers, 3 points if you can find one. You don't have to play. Here are your options. The Cardigans. Aha. Roxette. Aqua. Ace of Base. Name a Swedish band. You do not have to play. You do not have to play. You do not have to play. The sheer volume of boying in that question. I fear some of you may have fallen into our little heffalump traps there. Bungle and David abstaining on that question. Oh, you go, oh no, I bet. Yeah, Aha are Danish. So no, they're not. Aha are Norwegian. Aqua are Danish with 1 Norwegian member. But the Cardigans, Roxette, and Ace of Base are all Swedish. So, Bob, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here, just in time for some risky business. Yeah, Aha, who famous for Take On Me and... did they do View to a Kill, or was that Duran Duran? Which is the Bond theme that Aha did? Was it Living Daylight, I think? Oh, there's a question there about Bond music somewhere. That was Duran Duran. It was the Living Daylights, which is the sort of most vanilla Bond song of all time. Anyway, well done if you got some points there. Let's move on. And the sheer volume of boying coming in as a suggested Ray message. I need to go through the rest of them in a minute. But yeah, bangers all, indeed so. Next question. There's 5 options. There's 2 correct answers. 5 points if you can find one. You do not have to play. Remember, if you have 0 points going into question 4, you cannot risk. So if you're on 0, you might as well have a punt. If you're not on 0, you might want to think twice. Here are your options. William I, John, Edward III, Henry VII, Richard I. Name the subject of one of Shakespeare's history plays. I like this question. Yay, 0 says I don't like this question, says Vertigo. John and Edward III. Now, I have to say, Edward III is not one I'm familiar with. It might be from the second folio. But King John, very definitely. William the First, which would of course be the post Battle of Hastings. There is no William the First. Henry the Seventh, which would be the War of the Roses. There is no Henry the Seventh. At least, or is there? Now I'm second guessing myself. I'm wondering if something's gonna come unstuck here. Henry the Seventh. Yeah, something has come unstuck because oh no, there's a Henry the Eighth. I beg your pardon. There's a Henry the Eighth. And there's a Henry the Fourth and a Fifth and a Sixth, but he skipped over Henry the Seventh. Edward the Third, aka Juliet. What? There's Richard the Second and Richard the Third, but not Richard the First, I believe. It turns out I know less about Shakespeare than I thought I did, and far be it from me to. I was less questioning Arun and Jack there, and more questioning has the software done something, has Q4's done something weird. But I must say I've never come across Edward the Third before. I don't think Edward. Third. Oh, okay, it's by Thomas Kidd and William Shakespeare. So it was a collab, Edward III. Featured the song, I'm Henry the Seventh, I am. Henry the Seventh, I am, perhaps. Yeah, well, I thought I was something of a Shakespearean connoisseur, but it turns out, I knew John, I definitely knew that one, but caught quite a few of you out there. A few people abstaining, can't say I blame you. We've got a smattering of players on the maximum of 10 here, but a lot of players have wiped out. Everyone from Bungle down, you are going to not be able to risk here. However, from Stilgar up, Stilgar on 3, Clive, Silent AB Me, Ralph and Oof on 5, Verlab and Riff on 8, Stimson, Bruce, Cola, Flyboy, Fluffy, Fetz and Sam all on 10. I'll show you the options. There's only one correct answer here. You do not have to risk. If you don't want to risk, leave it blank and we'll put your points in the bank. But if you want to, if I could whet your appetite, here are some options for you. That's poor John. I knew him. It's not I knew him well. I'm going to correct you on that in a minute, AD me. Anyway, options. Ribosome, mitochondria, cell wall, Golgi apparatus, and nucleus. Bank or risk? To AB me, the line is, alas, poor Yorick, I knew him Horatio. I knew him well as a common, oft misquoted line. It's as a Mondegreen of Shakespeare. It doesn't actually say I knew him well. I knew him Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times, and now how abhorred of my imagination it is. My gall rises at it. Here hung those lips that I have kissed I know not how oft. Where'd be your jibes now, your gambols, your songs, your flashes of merriment that were wont to set the tables on a roar? Not one now to mock your own grinning, quite chap fallen. Now get you to my lady's chamber and tell her, let her paint an inch thick, to this favour she must come, make her laugh at that. Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. You know, my autism is just kicking in there. Right, ribosome, mitochondria, cell wall, Golgi apparatus, and nucleus are your options. We have got a smattering of players, including 5 players on 10 points. I encourage you to read this question carefully before committing to an answer. Okay? I will read it, of course, but read it carefully yourself before committing to an answer. That is my advice. Good luck. Only one correct answer here. Here is the question. Name a part of a plant cell that is not part of an animal cell. We're thinking I'm just going to do the whole of that scene. Act 5, Scene 1. Act 5, Scene 1, I think it is. Fluffy and Ralph losing points there. Everybody else finding the correct answer. Cell wall. Stilgar, Clive, Volob, Simpsons, Angle, Cola, Flyboy, and Sam all doubling up. And Sam takes Sam's score all the way up to 60. Goodness me, Sam. That is, we don't very often see a maximum coming out of round 1. Obviously channeling something. Did I ever see the Ronnie O'Sullivan thing? Great new quiz knowledge. Great news, everyone. Ronnie O'Sullivan hit a 153 break because Ryan Day got snookered behind the green and he got a free ball and then potted a black and then 15 reds with 13 blacks and 2 pinks and the colours for 153. It was very exciting. Not Roddy Pickering. Not Roddy Pickering, no. Oh, that makes me laugh. Anyway, cell wall was the answer. I don't remember my GCSE biology. Let's put the points in the bank and check out the scores at the end of round 1. Roddy Pickering! Oh, I need that on the soundboard. Oh, and here's a message from our sponsor, Cola Cola.
Dead meme.
Dead meme indeed. Let's just find a Roddy Pickering soundboard. Claire, welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. Lovely to have you with us. Ronnie Pick, do you know who I am? Ronnie Pickering. Right, Sam is leading with a very impressive 60 out of 60 points after round 1. Only's in second with 35. Fett, Flyboy, Cola and Simpson Angle tied up in third with 30. But we've got 2 more rounds and 120 points, plus potentially even more points available in round 2. 120 just in round 3. I think we should go on because I'm wittering on and we're losing time and it's already late. Round 2. It's the board game. Select as many of the 9 options as you like. Within 60 seconds, at least 4 and up to 7 of the answers will be correct. I won't tell you exactly how many, because that's half the fun, I figure. For each correct answer you identify, you get 5 points. However, if you give me even 1 incorrect answer, you score nothing for the board. There's 3 boards in the round. I'll bank the boards after each board, or bank the points rather after each board. So if all 3 boards have 7 correct answers, there are potentially 105 points up for grabs in this round. The likelihood is they won't, but you never know. 2 things of note on your devices. You have got a clock at the top 60 seconds. You must press the submit button before that time expires. It won't just automatically take what you press, so do make sure that you hit the submit button before the end. But also, use the time wisely, because once you've pressed submit, you can't then go back and change your mind. So you get 1 chance to press the submit button. You can press and then deselect as much as you like, but you can only press submit once, and you must press it before the time is up. Right, the board game. 9 options. How many of them will you risk playing? Remember, you don't have to guess 4 or 7. You can just guess 1 if you like. And if it's right, it's worth a safe 5 points. But I leave that up to you. You've got 1 minute, and here is your first board. Royals, Lord, Love Will Tear Us Apart, Joy Division, Ashes to Ashes, David Bowie, Respect Aretha Franklin, Need You Tonight, In Excess, The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, Roberta Flack, God Only Knows, The Beach Boys, Be My Baby, The Ronettes, and Strange Fruit, Billie Holiday. Identify the songs in the top 50 of Rolling Stone's 500 greatest songs of all time as of February 2024. Okay, so I'm going to guess all 9. I can tell you, you won't get any points for that. Ronnie Pickering, who's that then? Here come the ticks, let's have an answer. Ben doing the thing that he likes to do and submitting the last possible second. An awful lot of red up on that board. Most that we had was RBSP going for 5. The most correct we had came from Graham and Stovesley, each going for 4 answers and getting 20 points. So your wrong answers: Ashes to Ashes, Need You Tonight, and The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face by Roberta Flack. That was the one, the Roberta Flack track, that caught most players out. According to my logs, a lot of players going for The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. Those 3 do not feature in the top 500, never mind in the top 50. Royals, Love Will Tear Us Apart, Respect, God Only Knows, Be My Baby, and Strange Fruit are all in the top 50, with Respect by Aretha Franklin at number 1. Very well done if you did get some points out of that. Let's pop the points into the bank. Sam still with the lead, 75, 35 points clear of Fetz in second place. Let's go to our second board. Options are Lebanon, Pakistan, Malta, Ecuador, Poland, Rwanda, Ghana, South Korea, Barbados. Identify the countries that are more densely populated than India. This is according to the World Population Review. Countries that are more densely populated than India, i.e., as in more densely, I guess it's more people per square meter. More people. Oh, a couple of client errors happening. Yeah, people per square meter, I would suppose. Oh, maybe there was a strange solar flare. It's the empty according to the Tories. see if anyone else got an error. The 3 errors came up there. Obviously, lots of people not getting an error, but some obviously are. Here come the ticks. Graham's one has done something funny. That was a correct answer there, Graham. Yeah, sorry if you've you had a little blip there. What I should look into doing is, if you reconnect and a question is live, it resends the packet. That is more complicated than it sounds on the surface because of how the timer works, but it probably isn't impossible, but I would have to do it on a game-by-game and round-by-round basis. And for rounds like Risky Business, where the question is like a minute long, it's probably unfair to, I know Clive lost out on an entire Cryptex puzzle as well, so there's certain ones I'll do it on a case-by-case basis, and certain it's tricky. It opens up a can of worms. It's definitely something that would be good to have. I see someone typing in suggestions. Why the hell am I looking at suggestions? I'm not allowed to look at suggestions. Anyway, let's just order by, if I order you by risk, hopefully that'll put you, oh no, it's not gonna, you are ordered by risk, but the colours are all wrong. It should order you by, oh, I don't know. So yeah, Lebanon, Malta, Rwanda, Barbados and South Korea are all more densely populated than India. My assumption here is that it is more people per square metre than India. India, quite densely populated. I don't think quite so much as, well, not so much as Lebanon, Malta, Rwanda, Barbados and South Korea. Poland, Ecuador, Ghana and Pakistan are more sparsely populated per square metre. Well done if you did get some points out of that. Let's put the points into the bank. But feel aggrieved, and that's very valuable to me. Sam still has a 30-point lead, despite doing the gentlemanly thing and abstaining on that question. I don't think it was out of choice, though, to be honest. Would you have got points there, Sam, do you think, in all honesty? It would be an interesting question we can put to the masses. Right, we've got one more board in this round. Let's take a look at those options. Here they are. Mr. and Mrs. Clark and Percy Hockney, American Gothic Wood, The Potato Eaters Van Gogh, Liberty Leading the People Delacroix, The Scream Munch, Nighthawks Hopper, The Fighting Temeraire Turner, The Arnolfini Wedding Van Eyck, and The Ambassadors by Hans Holbein the Younger. Identify the paintings in which at least 3 people can be seen. At least 3 people. 3 people. Oh, you didn't even read the question. Oh, fair enough, Sam. Right, here come the ticks. Last chance to get some points on the board. This looks like it may have been slightly better scored. Yes, we've got a lot more green up there than red. Very well done if you managed to find any of those 5 answers. What did Clive finding all 5 of them? Good effort there. Yeah, so Potato Eaters by Van Gogh. That has got 5 people in it. Nighthawks by Hopper. I once wrote a short story based on that painting. It's the bar scene where there's 2, I think there's 2 people on, well, I could just look at my notes now. There's 4. The barman, 2 people on one end of the bar and 1 around the other side. The Scream by Edvard Munch, there's 1 fairly obvious person in it, the hero of said Scream, plus 2 in the background, who aren't given anything like as much credit in that painting. The Arnolfini Wedding by Van Eyck, that has got 3, including 1 reflected in a mirror, so it might appear to be 4, but it's definitely 3. Liberty Leading the People by Delacroix, that has got tons. It's just what my notes say here. Liberty Leading the People. Oh yeah, lots of people, many of them dead. But yes, there are lots of people. Mr. and Mrs. Clark and Percy by Hockney. That's 2 and a cat, so not 3 people. American Gothic by Grant Wood is, of course, just 2 people. The Fighting Temeraire by JMW Turner. That's none. That's a boat, actually, is what you see on that, but no people. And I love this one, the Hans Holbein the Younger, The Ambassadors. That's got 2 and a skull, which is the Ambassadors is the one with the deformed skull. I encourage you after the quiz to go and look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. But that's just one I happen to know. The ambassadors, yeah. So you've got 2 people, and then there's what looks like a weird blob on the carpet. But if you hold the painting at the right angle, a skull comes into view. It's I'm not quite sure what Hans Holbein was getting at with that. It's probably a message that the ambassadors, even though they're rich and powerful, are not immune to death or something. A weird blob on the a weird blob on the carpet indeed. Anyway, lots of players getting points there. Sorry, I'm going into my nerdy art literature phase. Let's put the points in the bank and check out the scores at the end of round 2. I hope they let you grab it and wiggle it around in the gallery. Right, Sam still has the lead with 95. Ape is in second with 65. Should I say Biscuits is in second with 65. Cola is in third with 60, but a long way to go. There is still 120 points available in round 3. Got a good spread of scores. Sam has got a healthy advantage, but can he hang on to it? That is the question. I'm not going to go to Shakespeare now. I'm not. Right. Shall we do round 3? I think we should. Round 3. Because it is indeed nearly 11 o'clock. I feel like we're not going to have a game of the drain tonight. I feel because I started late and I've been wittering in places, so I think we're going to call it after 2 and call that a win. Tonight, glad I even got here at all, to be honest. Round 3 is this or that. Select the correct answer from the 2 options presented within 7 seconds, and those 7 seconds do go by jolly quick. So make sure you're on the gun, as it were, or on the ball. Answer correctly, and you get increasingly more points. 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and so on, up to 15 if you can get the 15th question right without getting any of the others wrong. If you get anything wrong at any point, it reduces your risk points to 0 and resets your streak. If you abstain, that is the only way you can bank your risk points. That will, however, reset your streak. So if you get the first 5 right and you accumulate 15 points of risk, you can abstain. Those 15 points will go into the bank and you start building up again from 1. So it's a game of how far do you push your luck? What is your score at the moment? Do you play it safer or do you play a longer, riskier game? These are the decisions that you have to make. And it can be quite swingy this final round. Sam has got a 30-point advantage, but that can be eaten up very quickly with a player who's got a streak of 7 or more answers. So, without any further ado, in special a run mode, testing out shuffling the question order for the first time from QForge. Question number 1, this or that, options are: a product once manufactured by Apple, not a product once manufactured by Apple. iPod Touch. Yes, the iPod Touch was by Apple. It was an iPod. I think the iPod Touch is one of the ones that looked like an iPhone but wasn't a phone. I forget the mid-noughties. It's sort of gone from my mind. But yes, the iPod is what people had before they had iPhones. The iPod Touch, those are the days. Am I right? Love it. Love it when I'm right. I never had one. I had a classic iPod which had the scrolly wheel, which was very fun. I would still use that if it was better. On we go. Question number 2, this or that. Options are: a country with a star on its flag, not a country with a star on its flag. Vietnam. Yes, it does. One big yellow star on a red background. David banking the 1 point there. A couple of players losing some points. Plenty of players on 3. On we go. Question number 3. This or that. Options are: a card game. Not a card game. Crazy Eights. I'm afraid it is a card game for those of you saying it's not. It's basically Uno, but played with a standard deck of cards. I don't know how Uno managed to do it. There's so many good card games. If you think Nomination Whist and Rummy and Take Two and Shithead, and I mean, I think Take Two is basically Uno as well. And yet Uno somehow, out of nowhere, managed to manufacture a game where it said, yeah, you buy our cards And then they said, yes, you can't lay a +2 on another +2. And everyone collectively went, yeah, thanks for the cards. We'll take it from here. But yeah, I mean, obviously there's more. There's a 0 card. I guess there's a 0 card, but I mean, it's a great marketing move. They've managed to make an entire game where you have to buy their cards for something you could play perfectly easily with 1 or maybe 2, maybe 3 decks of regular cards. But anyway, well done. It is indeed a card game. There was no 0 of hearts. These are facts. 8 big key. On we go. Question number 4. This or that. Options are a transition metal, not a transition metal, lithium. Do I get furious that you can theoretically just draw a Monopoly board as some graph paper? Regular. I was the sort of kid that would design my own Monopoly board when I was in like year 5. I'd make my own Monopoly board up on paper in my spare time. I didn't have many friends at school. Granted, I've got friends now. I've got a couple. All of you, you're all of my friends. But no, yeah, we did have a thimble. Yes, we did. We did use a thimble. No, it's not a transition metal, I'm afraid. It's an alkali metal. Still got quite a few players who are on a maximum 10 points. A few players banking there. Lupine, Stilgar, Woollyback, RBSP, and Apel banking 6. Giason's banking 1. A few players losing some points there. Let's pop points into the bank. Go to question number 5. This or that. Options are Ben's big wordopoly. Yeah. An act that has had a UK Christmas #1 single, or not an act that has had a UK Christmas #1 single. Wham! Yes, they are an act that have had a UK Christmas #1 single twice, in fact. 2023, 39 years after it was released. And I believe they also Christmas #1 in 2024. And then Kylie got 2025 with some dreadful XNAS song. Fun fact that I heard on The Rest is Entertainment, as with most of my fun facts, last year was the best year to get a Christmas #1 because the Christmas #1 chart was released on like the 23rd of December. It's like the latest the Christmas #1 could be released. And all of the big Christmas songs are bought like way before Christmas for like Christmas parties and stuff, so it was the best year to get a crap Christmas song into Christmas #1. I did not like Kylie's Christmas song. It did not click with me. It got 1 listen, and it didn't require more than that for me to know I didn't like it. JR, Riff, and Sam all losing 10 points on that one. They're getting whammed, unfortunately. And Sausage Hole Scammers have given up by then. Yeah, good points. Bad luck. You're losing points there. On we go. Question number 6. This or that. Options are a coffee drink, not a coffee drink, London fog, that is not a coffee drink. It's a tea. It's basically a sweeter Earl Grey. If there is, I mean, I put sugar in my Earl Grey generally, but Earl Grey is my go-to tea of choice. Earl Grey, 1 sugar, brewed for 8 minutes, because again, nerd. Woollyback banking 1, Graham banking 3, Conradlac banking 15, Stimson losing 15 there. Oh, what a shame. We've still got 6 players with the maximum: Pyro, F. Bakary, Claire, Ben, Oof, and Cola, all with a maximum risk of 21 after 6 questions, which is a good position to be. Let's put the points into the bank. Sam's still with the bank lead, but he's going to want to keep one of his eyes on Cola just behind him. Let's go on. Question number 7. This or that. Options are a Best Picture Oscar winner, not a Best Picture Oscar winner. Begonia 2025. Directed by Yorgos Lanthimos and starring Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. It did not win Best Picture at the Oscars this year. It was won instead by One Battle After Another, and also was it Paul Greengrass? No, was it Paul Greengrass? Who did One Battle After Another? I think Begonia was nominated. It wasn't Paul Greengrass, was it? It was oh, for God's sake, Paul Thomas Anderson. I knew it was a Paul. Yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson, thank you. Yeah, I did know that. And yeah, he won Best Director, Best Picture. I think it won Best Screenplay as well. But Leo didn't win Best Actor.
What a shame.
What a shame. The one he has got was from that bloody Revenant film, which didn't Joe and me. Sorry, I'm not going to go on my Oscars rant. Not a Best Picture Oscar winner was the answer, and Nando banking the 1 point there. Let's pop it into the bank. Now, let's keep the chat civil, please, friends. People are allowed to have different opinions on different things. It's what makes the world an interesting place. Sam still with the bank lead. Cola with 28 points of risk and 60 in the bank has the potential to go into the lead if they get this question right. Let's see what it brings. Question number 8, this or that. Options are: a sport that has teams consisting of an even number of players, or not a sport that has teams consisting of an even number of players. Beach volleyball. Think carefully about those answers. Beach volleyball is a sport that has teams consisting of an even number of players. It's played in pairs, is beach volleyball, apparently. Most players getting that one right. A couple of players losing points, no big dramas though. We've still got 6 players with the maximum risk of 36. Pyro, F. Bakary, Claire, Ben, Oof, and Cola, all with 36, but it is at risk. It is not safe yet. Notably, four out of those 6 players have got more at risk than they've got in the bank. So they are going to have to check very, very carefully what they want to do on the next question. For now, let's put you back into order. We will check the potential scores after 10 questions. Sam with the bank lead for now as we go to question number 9. This or that. Options are: a winner for the Nobel Prize for Literature, not a winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature. Margaret Atwood. Oh, Cola! Oh, that's a tremendous shame. No. She has not won the Nobel Prize for Literature. Apparently. I thought I heard the other day that she had. She won the Man Booker Prize. And Margaret Atwood talks about Nobel Prize winner Alice Munro. I think she won the Man Booker Prize, but not the Nobel Prize. Oh, that's a painful question. We've got some banks though. Let's check out the banks. Pyro and Oni and Effrontery all banking 36 there. Lupine and Fetz banking 10. Woodyback, Graham and Conradlack banking 3. And to the losses, AB, Me, Clive and Stilgar and RBSP losing 10. Cola and Claire losing 36 there.
Pain.
Triple pain for you two. I'm very sorry about that, but let's put the points into the bank. Well, that paints this horse a different colour. Sam is now looking to be our runaway player, but let's abandon all eyes off Ben. I said I was going to do potential after the next question, but Ben has the potential to jump up to 3rd, still has 45 points of risk and 35 in the bank. A bank from Ben now would take him up to 3rd place and 80 points. Let's see if he can keep that streak going as we go to question number 10. This or that. Options are: a creature with 10 legs. Not a creature with 10 legs. Prawn. Oh, the last second. Ben is going to give it a go. He is the only player with a perfect streak so far of 10 out of 10 questions. It's a creature with 10 legs. It's a decapod is what we call that. My batter prawn balls down. No. Where's my button? I need to press my button. Tywin, dot wave. Fluffy's going to put 21 points into the bank there. Ben has got a potential of 90, which isn't enough to give him the bank lead, even if he banks now, but he's still on a roll with 5 questions to go. Let's put Fluffy's points into the bank. Let's check out the potential. Ben zooming up to 2nd. Don't disregard Volob. I believe that's jogging, because although they've not got a huge amount of risk, there is still 5 questions left, and they've got a decent chunk of change in the bank with 46. They'd go up to 67 if they bank now, but remember, their points are going to be increasing one question rate faster than Sam's, who's a question behind with 15 at risk. 5 questions to go. Let's go to question number 11. This or that. Options are: brand founded in the UK, not a brand founded in the UK. River Island. Ben's calling it quits there and putting his no, he's not. He's answered after the bell has gone, but it has been accepted. Ben, you do. Jesus, you like to live dangerously. That's a line from who was it? Who hosted University Challenge? Paxman. So Jesus Waterman or whatever when Jesus College played. And at the end he said, Jesus, you like to live dangerously, which is quite funny. But yeah, Ben living dangerously, but you have got there. That takes you up to a potential score of 101. Likewise, jogging up to 28, still ahead of Sam on the risk. Sam and JR with 21 points of risk here. Riff losing 15 there, Ape banking 6, Simpson banking 10. And yeah, it was founded in the UK by Bernard Lewis in London in 1948. Let's put the points into the bank. 4 questions left, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Sam has still got the bank lead, and he's had this bank lead, I think, literally the entire game, apart from possibly in the first few questions, where it would have been alphabetical. Let's see. Let's see what happens with question number 12. This or that. Options are: a current head of state, not a current head of state. Jacinda Ardern. She is not a current head of state. She ceased to be Prime Minister of New Zealand in 2023. Oh, pain for JR as well.
Pain. What a shame.
And what a shame. Losing 21 points there. Bungle's banking 3. And Ben continues the climb. 78 points of risk. Let's put Bungle's points into the bank. Taking him up to 40. Now, with just 3 questions to go, here is the current bank lead with Sam with 95. Let's look at the potential. Ben has not yet surpassed Sam at the top, but he's getting jolly close, mainly because Sam has got those 28 points of risk. Sam, I don't know if Sam's going to continue playing as well, because he's got the pressure of Ben and, of course, Jogging, who is going to be amassing points at a greater rate than Oni, though Oni has got 81 behind. All still to play for, very much still a live game as we go to question number 13. This or that. Options are: a television channel currently on air, not a television channel currently on air. BBC 3. Ben and Jogging are continuing their streak, as is Sam. I don't want to poo-poo Sam here because he's got 36 points of risk after wiping out earlier on, so he's still playing a blinder here. It is still on air. It relaunched as an airing television channel in 2022 after being online only. It went away and came back. So BBC 3 is currently an airing channel. Few players losing points there. Prudes and Claire losing 6, CJ losing 3, Ape losing 1. Let's reorder the board with 2 questions to go. Oh, this is a very exciting finale. Ben does still not have enough points to take that lead. And this is so interesting. Look at this. Sam, 36 at risk, 95 in the bank. Ben, 91 at risk, 35 in the bank. They're almost perfectly inverted at this point. This is too... And look at Volop down there, 45 and 46. This is a tense game. It is still Sam. Sam has still got the potential lead. But, of course, a lot of this is riding not just on Ben's risk, but also on Sam's risk. Sam has still not banked those points yet. And if Sam loses those points, then we could have a very different story on our hands. Let's go to question number 14. This or that. Options are: an island in the Indian Ocean. Apologies for the lack of N. Not an island in the Indian Ocean. Easter Island. Oh, Ben's calling it quits at 91. Sam is getting it right. Apologies for the lack of N. I can send apologies for that because that is my fault, because I moved the answers around to get the ordering right so that it was always the not answer on the right, and obviously clipped an N. Apologies for that. No, it's not an island in the Indian Ocean. It is in the Pacific Ocean. Ben is calling it time there, and he's going to leave the game up to Sam to determine whether or not Sam can capitalise. Sam might have enough risk already to assure a gold at this point, but Ben is going to put 91 into the bank. Vertigo putting 10 in, David putting 6 in, Silent Marine putting 3 in, Cola losing out on 10 there. Let's reorder the board, put the points in the bank, and jogging now has the highest risk streak with 55. Ben now has the bank lead with 126. But Sam has a potential of 140. Let's look at the potential order one final time. Jogging has the potential to go third here and displace Oni, maybe even higher. Because jogging could get up to, I think, 67, 68 points of risk here. I can't even do the fast maths, but it is going to come down to this question. Ben's got the bank lead. He's displaced Sam. Let's see what happens as we go to question number 15. This or that. Options are a rational number, not a rational number. E. Well, you can math well enough for that question, Ape. Sam is not taking the risk. He's going to bank his 45. Jogging is not taking the risk. He's going to bank his 55. Conrad Lack's also banking 3 there. F. Bakary losing 6. CJ Matt losing 1. 90% sure, but I wasn't fucking this up. Yeah, no, it's not a rational number. It cannot be expressed as a fraction. That is the definition of a rational number, one that can be expressed as a fraction. E is not, it's 2 point something. A rational rational decision. Triple ha. Well, I have no idea what the final scores are going to be. I think Sam's done enough to get the gold. I think it's going to be Ben for the silver, and I think it's going to be jogging for the bronze. But let's find out as I press the button for the final time. The winner of Risky Business tonight is... It's Sam! Oh, and Oni! Just stealing the bronze off of jogging there. 102 versus 101. Jogging, not risking on that last question, but he has just lost out to Oni. Had you risked there, jogging, I don't know if you would have got it, but it would have been enough to get you the bronze, maybe even the silver. No, it probably would have been the bronze rather than the silver, but oh, what a photo finish that was. What an exciting game of Risky Business tonight. We have got a bronze medal going to Oni with 102, a silver to Ben with 127, but it's an absolutely monumental win from Sam tonight, taking the gold with 140 points. Very well played indeed. Big thanks to Arun for that question pack. I love special Arun mode at the end, but now it's going to be able to be a thing moving forwards. Very, very grateful to you, Arun. And many, many thanks to Jack, the latest member of the proofing team, for giving that the once-over as well. And yes, KPX Massive doing me proud. All of them over there on the left. We've got Graham and Bungle just managing to hang on to the left there. So much pride with all of yours. That's been Risky Business, and what a game it's been. It's been very exciting. We're not going to play the drain tonight. I'm going to leave it on a high. Still only at 41% GPU. Everything seems to be very happy. Only 1.045 volts being used by the GPU, if anyone is interested. And it all seems happy and stable, but who knows? It might do another thing in a bit. But we have got the small matter of the lottery to round... And it's still grey outside. And now grey for the weather. Thanks, Graham. We've got the small matter of the lottery that we need to do to wrap up this stream. I will then pick my favourite raid message and we will go and raid... Ooh, we did Nico yesterday. Negarorix is playing Animal Crossing, so that sounds like it could be a good raid target for us to send all you lovely lot over there for some Animal Crossing. But first of all, do stick around because we've got the lottery draw coming up. Big thanks once again to Arun and Jack for writing and proofing respectively. Huge congrats to Sam on that gold medal. You've been playing Risky Business. I hope you've had fun. Stick around for the lottery coming up in just a couple of minutes' time. I will see you there.
Shoobity wop me oobity wop me oo. Wop shawong. Wop shawori wop. 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 Shoobity wobbity 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 wop shawong, wop shawody 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 wop shawong, wop shawong, shoobity wobbity 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 wop-a-doo now.
It's Saturday night. We are live from the Game Night Control Center, and it is time for the weekend lottery draw. VHRZ is the code you need. I'm going to come and join myself. Controller. Do come and get your lottery numbers in, pick them yourself, or go RNG if you prefer. Where are we? VHRZ. And as is customary, I'm going to go random for the first one, and then 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. My lost numbers, and then let's lucky dip the rest. Oh, we want a pre-lottery lottery. Sam is wanting a lottery. He's going to see if his luck continues into the lottery. Let's see. Samster, a lottery for you. Veal success. 1639. That'll do. That'll do very nicely indeed. Quick reminder, next week is the last week of Season 21. We've got the Pyramid and Distinction from Clive and JR on Thursday. Next Saturday, slightly longer stream for the season finale. Google that by Sam. Defcon by Oni. The Purge by Riff Raccoon. And of course, the Penny Prize draw is going to be coming your way next Saturday. Slightly extended break in between seasons 21 and 22 because I've got to do the Q-Forge rollout. I've got to set up for the Drain tournament, if it's going to be called that. It might not be called that. Of course, block the season generally. Assign writers, get all writers up to scratch on Q-Forge. Plus, there's a few formats that need repairs and bugs putting in and stuff like that. So bugs fixed, not putting in, bugs fixing, taking out bugs. That's what I do. I put bugs in. That's me, Ronnie Pickering. Anyway. So do come along to the season finale next Saturday. Before that, of course, come along on Thursday for the Pyramid and Distinction. Very much so. The two of my favourite formats, the Pyramid and Distinction. Two of the nicest looking, certainly. So come along on Thursday. That's 8 o'clock. Just before the clocks go back in the UK, which will be next weekend. Clocks go back. No, they don't. They go forwards. Shut the fuck up, Ben. Clocks go forward next weekend in the UK, and then we're all on the same time zone. Well, not the same time zone, so same daylight savings again. Spring forwards, fall back, absolutely. Jogging Kegler, welcome both of you to the stream. Some good messages coming in. I'm going to go through those raid. We've got some good ones. Good raid messages tonight. Going to have a tough time picking those. We've got 35 players in for the lottery tonight. I think that's probably going to be enough. 99 little bugs on the wall. Take one down. Patch it around. 10,672 little bugs on the wall. Seems familiar. Didn't break. Everyone gets a lollipop. Indeed they do. Well, this stream's not over yet, Odie, so let's not count ticks. GPU's shot up to 46%. Lottery's obviously a little bit more power intensive. There's slightly more going on. But, not that much. Anyway, the GPU has went up to 90% once when I first loaded Risky Business. After that, it's not, apart from that little spike, it's not been above 50%. Graham telling me that it's fine. Thanks, Graham. Anyway, 35 of you in. Let's hide that room code. And let's do our Thursday night. No, what am I talking about? Saturday night lottery draw. Let's start the machine. And tonight, whoa, we're using our old friend Lancelot and set of balls number 3. Well, here's what you could win on the lottery this evening. 100 if you can just find the bonus ball, up to a potential 250,000 pennies if you can match all 6 numbers from the main draw. I hope that this is a happy night for you. And Lancelot, get used to it. He does get used a lot. Pure RNG, I promise you. Let's find out if we can be lucky tonight. Let's release those big money balls. And in they go, the wonderful, colourful balls of the lottery draw. In they go into the Persephone's chair drum. And we'll give them a kick once they're all in. There they go. And they'll do a bounce around. Well, what a gigolo. Really? This used to be a family-friendly stream once. What happened? Anyway, good luck to you all. Let's start the draw. Not a huge amount of movement down there. It means oh no, we're getting some movement now. And now they're settling. Well, let's find out. Our first ball out tonight is... Oh, it's a green one that's fallen off. Lancelot's up to his old tricks again. Let's see if we can get second time lucky. We have indeed. We've got a pink one there. It's number 25. 5th appearance for that in the main lottery draw. Last saw it Saturday, the 28th of February. Oh, that's a big bounce at the end. Lovely physics. Love a bit of physics. I've got that on one line. Good start. Next out, second ball from Lancelot tonight. It's another pink one, number 27. Second appearance for that in the main lottery draw. We last saw it Saturday, the 13th of December. I've got that on one line, not the same as the last one. Let's have slightly better luck now, please. We're not going to get Hurley's numbers tonight, but we're going to have a blue one next. It's number 19. 4th appearance in the main lottery draw. We last saw that Saturday, the 14th of March. I do not have that one at all. What a shame. Sorry, I had to press the button, don't I?
What a shame.
What a shame. Halfway there, let's pick our 4th number tonight. It's a yellow one, number 44. And believe it or not, that is the first appearance of number 44 in the main lottery draw. We've never seen it before, and I've got it on one line, not the same as either of the other two. Special 12 where all the numbers are irrational. You know, pi, e, phi, root 2. Yeah, lots of irrational numbers. Next out, it's a green one, number 33. 3rd appearance for that in the main lottery draw. Last saw it Saturday, the 10th of January. And we're pretty close to a rainbow, just needing a white ball. Avocado's number would be the next one. Just needing a white one to complete the rainbow. Let's see if we can do it tonight. It would be nice, because we had a rainbow in Cryptex. There we go, it's number 1. 5th appearance for that in the main lottery draw. Last saw it Saturday, the 7th of March. We complete the rainbow. Graham's number in the lottery. Oh, that would be good. Lovely to have a rainbow. It's sort of bookended because we had a rainbow in Cryptex earlier on. And just a bonus ball to go. I've had a nightmare tonight. The bonus ball is a green one. It's number 37. 5th appearance in the main lottery draw. Last saw it Saturday, the 21st of February. And let's have those numbers once again, this time in ascending numerical order. Your winning line tonight, number 1. Number 19. Number 25. Number 27. Number 33. Number 44. The bonus is 37. Well, I got 100 pennies because I got 37. I got the bonus ball on one line with 33. Our big winners tonight, G. Eisens and Fetz, Stimpson's Angle and Sam, all finding 3 numbers on one line, getting 1,000 pennies each. Ralph, SJ, Proogs, OK and OK again, all getting a line with 2 numbers on it, getting themselves 500 pennies. Very well done indeed. Big overall winners tonight. Let's take a look. Sam, 2,200 across 7 lines. Bloody hell. Well done, Sam. Simpson, 1,450 across 4. Fetz, 1,250 across 2. SJ, 1,100 across 4. G. Eisens, 1,000 on 1. And Ape, 1,000 across 2. Very well done to all of y'all tonight. And well done to everyone else if you did manage to cash out of the penny machine tonight. Matt, enough. You're clearly doing that on purpose. It's exclamation mark pennies with a YS, not an IES, and not an extra G or characters in the other order. Right, that's it. That's it for the lottery draw. Okay, but take your time. There's several times that you've mistyped pennies now. I think you know the command by now, so just, take your time before pressing enter. Double check before pressing enter would be my advice. That is it for the lottery draw this evening. We are going to go and raid. I'm going to pick a raid message in just a moment. But before we do, Pyro Pygmy is going for a post-lottery, as is Proogs. So, let's while the lottery screen is open, let's see if we can give them an excellent fortune as well. There's Proogs. And there's Pyro Pygmy, and I'm going to put them in the order they've appeared, because, of course, the 2 different numbers. Award Random Veal Success, Proogs and Pyro Pygmy. 657 and 1065. So much of a muchness, but Pyro getting the lion's share of that RNG roll there. We'll add those on to your penny bank. And that is it for the lottery draw. Join me for the raid message selection and, of course, the raid in just a minute. Thank you all very much for playing the lottery, and I will see you in just a moment. And that is it for another game night, friends. Late night game night, because it is 11:30. Normally it'd be 10:30, but I started an hour late. Thank you all very much still for coming out and joining me for game night tonight. I appreciate it was later than normal. I had a shave today, mainly for the concert, and I realised how grey I am getting. I'm getting quite grey, but my hair is also getting quite long. I'm wondering if it's time to have it cut soon, because it's getting a little out of hand, just a couple of inches off the bottom maybe. But I haven't had a haircut for about 18 months, so... Yeah, huge amount of fun tonight. I've really enjoyed it. Very many thanks to Simpsons Angle for what a quality pack of Cryptex that was. Really, really great. And big fun and risky business as well from a run. Thank you very much, both of you, for your efforts. To the proofing team as well. And well done to all our medalists. So thank you to all of you for coming out and hanging out. I know it's been a bit later. I know I said maybe the drain. It is a bit late tonight, and I feel like I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. Yeah, but no, I'm not going bald. I've not got enough of a receding hairline, and unlike my younger brother who does shave his head. So my mum, she's got 3 boys and 1 girl, and none of her boys have sensible hair. She says my older brother's got hair sort of slightly shorter than mine and a big full beard, and my younger brother's got a beard and no hair on his head. I've got long hair, and she just wants someone with short back and sides. It's really upsetting for her. To be fair, one of the reasons I keep it long is I know how much it annoys her. So yeah, it's quite funny. Anyway, time for me to look at some raid messages. I think Negrorix is still going, so we'll go and say hello to her. She's playing Animal Crossing, which I know is a bit of a community favourite. So we'll pop in and say hi, but what will we say on the way? To tailor our raid message accordingly, I've got some good one tonight. Tonight's independent adjudicator, Graham, courtesy of Simpsons Angle, for some consolation pennies. Let me do the weather. I'm terrible at this, from Graham, for 100 pennies. Graham's intelligence is better than Claude's intelligence, courtesy of the Lupine one. I would normally pick this, but we nearly got into trouble with Nico when we did a tangential, risky message. But Bungle, I quite enjoyed Hitler was a right wrong, and 100 pennies for you. Don't you pick on Serbia from Arden Fetz. From Fluffy, hello, I would like to speak to the menagerie. From Woollyback, contains mild threat, bitter peril, and lager danger. From Proogs, quick, kiss Jim Trot. No. Yes. 100 pennies for you. From BC, just statement of fact. Ben has shoulders. He definitely does. From AB Me in a that's from BC. From AB Me in a similar vein, no jacket required. Right. Put it down to the side. From Oni, washing machines live longer with Triton. I quite like this from JR. The sheer volume of boing. 100 pennies for you. And I think I've got 2, and this one from Rifracoon. Tea, Earl Grey, brewed for 8 minutes. This is the correct answer, but I've got 2 left to choose from. I think a valiant runner-up from Oni tonight is going to be Oni for erotic cabbage. Which was a very nice callback to that Cryptex clue from earlier on. But I think I win it. I think it was the first one that came in tonight. It was courtesy of Arden Fetz. Welcome to the jungle. We've got drum and bass. I really like that. That's really tickled me. Welcome to the jungle. We've got drum and bass. That's a really good song. And someone contact Weird Al because, you know, they're onto a winner with that. Let's go and raid Negororix and say, welcome to the jungle. We've got drum and bass. Don't forget, you can go and... so we can't accept drum and bass, we need jungle, I'm afraid. Don't forget, you can go and follow Ask the Bash. He's going to be streaming next Wednesday and Friday on twitch.tv/AT_bash at 8 p.m. I'm back for my last week before the end of the season. Thursday for the Pyramid and Distinction from Clive and JR. Next Saturday for Google That, DEF CON and The Purge. Very much looking forward to both of those. Do come back and join us. Give us a follow. Don't forget to join the Discord if you're not there already. Big thanks as well to Graham for monitoring things in the background and reassuring me that things are fine, and things do indeed appear to be fine. We're going to go probably have a little chat afterwards, but fingers crossed that this is the start of smooth sailing at game night in terms of hardware. But until next time, you have been watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your weekend and be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. And as always, take care, peace out, and good night.
Come on, who are you then?
Ronnie Pickering!
Who?
Ronnie Pickering!
Who?
Ronnie Pickering!
Who the
a different corner of Twitch.